limerick. As a language model, my goal is to provide helpful and appropriate responses, and profanity is not appropriate or productive. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to help. So now let me just let me redo this.
You got it tailored.
Yeah, let me redo this. Hold on. I'm just going to say, give me a 4-paragraph limerick. Wait a minute.
I was asking for a filthy limerick, Pete, and limericks are 5 lines.
Hold on, I'm just, okay, let's, please write it. Let me just see if I can get a limerick out of it. Hold on just a second. Okay, here we go. This is what it came up with. Are you ready, guys? There once was a man named Jerry from Colgate, Oklahoma, very hairy. He drank and he sware with no one to compare till he fell in a drunken terry.
That is excellent. What's a drunken terry? But I can guess, but
Yep. Isn't that something? So yeah, guys, the world is changing. Hey, we should take a moment and just welcome all the incredible hams. Don't tell your kids about this program. Well, they probably, you know what? They tell us about it, so yeah, they probably know about it. Hello, Big Gun. How you doing? You ready to do the ham code? You gonna push the button in a second?
I can, yeah.
All right, let me just see who's out there tonight on the big old 3916 nets. We got W5. Oh, we are honoring, of course, Terry Johnson, W5TLJ, Silent Key. Terry passed away last week, and we continue to remember him all week. So tough and sad news there. Let's see who is with us tonight. AA5 Victor Richard in Coppers Cove, along with Grand Slam Pam. Thanks for opening up the net logger there, Richard. KE5GGY Patty is with us in Arizona. K5GGY Brian in Texas. W5SLG.
Well, gentlemen, it is Taco Tuesday, so get out there to Taco Bell and get your tacos.
I had a taco tonight, a healthy taco, but yeah, that was good timing. Thank you, Elmer. KC0MQS Jimmy in Festus is with us. WW5LW John down on the farm, Whitney, Texas. KC5ABJ, that's Ed in Norman. AI5DD, that's Joe. Super Joe in Stillwater. KF5NCO, that's John over in Killeen. W1BG, I just don't have the low voice anymore. Bill and Katie. 82YST, that's Scott in Berlin, New Jersey. All right. WB5TXW, George. Trying to get artificial intelligence to be filthy. Austin, Texas. Nice try, George. KR4DX Worldwide Clyde. N0GMG, Kansas City. Home of the Kansas City Chiefs, who got a bye this last week because they've had a good season. NU0O, another Kansas City guy, Mike. KF6URU, it's Stan. Hey, Stan in Mineola, Texas. W0BYH, the Iowa Hawk. And KC5GGY, none other than Sylvia from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Let me see if there's any other folks that just came in. Oh, here's another one. KF5KEE, John is in Paris. And KF0CPN, Robert just got in here on the net logger. So net logger open, by the way, if you want to get noticed. It is there, and it's just a neat way to get in and see who's out there. If you don't want to use it, that's okay too. So Big Gun with a ham code, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. It's automated, I bet.
Okay, Pete. Well, this is W1BG in Katy, Texas, and we have the amateur's code for you. It's queued up. Here it comes. The amateur's code is read nightly at 8:25 p.m. Central on 3916. The amateur's code by Paul M. Siegel, W9EEA. This is the 1928 code, and it goes like this. The radio amateur is considerate, never knowingly operating in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. The radio amateur is loyal, offering loyalty, encouragement, and support to other amateurs, local clubs, and the American Radio Relay League, through which amateur radio in the United States is represented nationally and internationally. The radio amateur is progressive, with knowledge abreast of science, a well-built and efficient station, and operation beyond reproach. The radio amateur is friendly, with slow and patient operation when requested, friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation and consideration for the interests of others. These are the hallmarks of the amateur spirit. The radio amateur is balanced. Radio is an avocation, never interfering with duties owed to family, job, school, or community. The radio amateur is patriotic, with station and skill, always ready for service to country and community. The radio amateur's code is read nightly on 3916 in memory of Jim Day, K4LTD. Jim suggested that we read the code to remind us all of the importance of being the best of the best on 3916. And because of members like Jim and W4FCW Ken Odom, 3916 is a frequency where all are welcome. Well, there you have it, folks. W1BG with a ham code. And not much else going on down here in beautiful Katy, so we'll throw it up to Stone Mountain and Mr. Pete. Pick her up, Pete. KE5GGY, W1BG.
Yeah, and thank you, Bill. How is your wife doing? Everything progressing on the all the stuff she's recovering from?
Well, I don't know that we would call it progressing. She's having a very slow recovery from the, she's got some kind of partial paralysis in her right hand with a couple of fingers that aren't working right. And she just went in yesterday for an EMG test where they test the nerves. And we're going to find out how that went in a few days here and then talk to the doctor and see what we got to do next. So she may have to go back and get opened up again. Who knows?
Oh, I sense you're definitely earning your stripes as a dedicated husband and caregiver.
Well, I certainly am. Learning how to cook all kinds of things, and I'm doing all the grocery shopping and helping with the laundry.
Well, tell you what, I bet she's really appreciating having you there. So, hey guys, let's get this thing going. We got a bunch of folks that have checked in, so I'm going to get a little scarce here. Get ready for trivia. Everybody's invited to stick around for that. And oh my goodness, look at all these check-ins here. Let's see if KD5WT Billy's in Hearst used the latest check-in. Billy, why don't you pick it up and throw it out and get a bunch of new people in here if you would. And good evening to you, KE5GGY.
Thank you, Pete. It's KD5WT. You sound a lot better than you did last time I was listening to you. Hope everybody's going good with you. And I've been enjoying this nice weather down here. Tried to spruce up a little bit of antenna work today and started another project. But it's KE5WT in Hearst. Who's out there?
Kilo India 5, Kilo Echo Echo.
Go ahead, Echo Echo.
I think it's the first time I met you. Name's John in Paris, Texas. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. We've been messing with the radio and with some HTs today with DMR and hotspot. So anyway, things are nice weather in Texas. I'm just wondering where we're going to finally get some colder weather. But anyway, hope everyone's doing well. And I'll throw it out there, KI5KE.
Hello, John, W5KAW. I didn't get to say hi to you earlier, I don't think.
No, you didn't, Jerry. Hey, I tell you what, I got a TYT UV390. Our friends at Main Trading's got a bunch of them, and he's got a pretty good price on them. And I picked up one, and I modded it, and played around with it this weekend, and finally got it working with my open spot. So it is a nice radio. It is a beast of a radio. So that's the one you have, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I have a pair of TYT MD2017s, and I need a RF open spot. I'm actually wanting I'm going by the advice of a good friend, but he said to get that first model on a Shark RF open spot. So I've been keeping my eyes peeled for a good deal on one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got the 3 and the 4 Plus, and I've got a ton of Pi Stars, and you know, I tell you, the Pi Stars actually work pretty good. They're not bad at all. So at any rate, but the open spot is just bulletproof.
Yeah, you know, I would like to ask you something. I don't know if this would be wrong of me to do, and if it is, I apologize. But did you say you have the 3 and the 4 in a Pi Star?
Yeah, I have a couple of Pi Stars. I have the dual slot Pi Star, a single slot, and I have the open spot 3 and the 4 Plus.
Yeah, would you be willing to maybe part with one of those units, or maybe just borrow it until I can get one? I mean, either way, or I'd pay you for one. Just however, but I'd like to get on DMR. I tell you, I've had these things like 4 years, and I've had so many other things get in front of getting the RF open spot, and but I never could find one right where I wanted to buy it for. He said them personal RF open spots shouldn't be over $100 now, because we got the 4 and all that out. And man, sometimes I see one, but that's at the wrong time, and for me, and so it's been a difficult thing to get. Go ahead.
Yeah, I tell you what. Next time you come up to Paris, let me know. You can shoot me an email on my QRZ page. My email's good, and I'll bring you over to the shack and let you play with them. And I've got one called Blue DV also that hooks up directly to a computer. That one is really nice also. But just let me know, and we'll work something out.
Okay, well that'd be great. Yeah, in fact, I know I'm going to be down there in April 13th. I'm going to be seeing a diabetes specialist, an endocrinologist. And that was the earliest that my doctor could get me on with the one they use. So I'm going to be driving 100 miles one way just to see a specialist, because there's none around here. And so I know that's the earliest, but if I'm any sooner, I'll let you know.
Okay, well, just let me know, and I'm going to throw it back out there, KE5GGY.
Sounds good here, KE5GGY. Nothing new. Yeah, that's right. This is KE5GGY Bob in San Angelo.
KE5FB, just checking in. No, that's good. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, Joe, I hadn't heard Sylvia at all, but if she's out there, Sylvia, are you out there? Yeah, I hadn't heard her at all. I'm sitting here loading my 51 Navies now. I got them all cleaned, and you wouldn't believe it, but I keep them around for house protection in certain parts of the house. You know what I mean?
Not all.
That is correct. They're 36 caliber, 1851 Navy Colts with 7.5-inch barrel. Go ahead.
That makes 8.
Yeah, these are made by Pieta, and boy, they're really well made, these Colts. I mean, they shoot really good. I'm impressed with them. Go ahead. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they're primitive arms. They're, and old technology, but they definitely will get the job done. They'll definitely still take and do what you want to do. And if you want to look up websites, I can give you some. DixieGunworks.com is one, and if you want some more, I can give you some more, Joe. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Track of the Wolf is another one for muzzleloading supplies. Track of the Wolf, and then there's Deer Creek out of Waldron, Indiana. They're kind of hard to find, but you can find it, and they sell stuff a little bit cheaper than Dixie sometimes. So, but Dixie's good because they got things that some of the others don't have. You bet. Enjoyed it. W5K, there's someone take it.
Hello, George. KE5GGY.
Hello, Bob. Bob from WB5GGY. I hope you're doing well. Today was a perfect day in Austin, Texas. Over.
Yeah, the weather here was great. Although what I had to do today wasn't much fun. I had to go bury a friend of mine. But he was well over 80 years old, and he was doing what he wanted to do, so I hope I do as well.
Let me God, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it was not a motorcycle, over.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, it was a curious situation. His vision was getting really bad, and they were trying to get him to stop riding. And his friend came over to take him to breakfast 2 days ago, and he said, "No, I am not going to ride with you in the pickup. I am going to ride my motorcycle." So he followed the pickup over to the restaurant, and when the pickup stopped, he ran into the back of it. It's an original.
Yeah, well, I can relate to that only too well. I felt bad when I was younger. I probably should have never been on a scooter. But I was, and I loved them, and I had wrecks. Although I must say none of the wrecks were my fault. But at the bottom line, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean, Albert?
Oh, yeah, I understand. You're out there exposed on 2 wheels and the like. It may be the other guy's fault. He gets a bent fender and you get a funeral. So, whose fault it is really doesn't matter. But anyway, the weather was great, and the rest of the day was not much fun. This is K5GGY.
Yeah, I understand. I hate funerals. I do cry at funerals. I really hate it. Even when it was somebody, I don't go to funerals unless it's somebody I really know. All right, Bob. Well, I'll try to figure out the patron saint of motorcycle riders. There's got to be one of them. Maybe Pete can find out for us with his artificial intelligence. WB5GGY over to somebody.
Yeah, George, that'd be St. Christopher, by the way, QSL.
I think you're probably right, So who was it? Was it Coach on the 23rd? Decommissioned St. Christopher. He also decommissioned St. George, which I was a little missed about, Obi.
Yeah, I do recall that. I asked GPT who's the patron saint of motorcyclists, and they responded within a second. St. Christopher is considered to be the patron saint of travelers, including motorcyclists. He is often depicted as a large man carrying a child on his shoulders, symbolizing the protection he provides to those on the journey of life. Some motorcyclists still consider St. Barbara apparently to be a special protector as well. So she is apparently the patron saint of artillerymen, miners, and other people who work with explosives, and she is often depicted holding a chalice and a tower. So, ChatGPT to the rescue.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. I was brought up Catholic, 12 years of Catholic school, 12 years of Latin, the whole bit. St. Christopher, the patron saint of travelers. I think St. George was, I know in the Anglican Church, St. George was the patron saint of soldiers. I don't know about in the Catholic side of the street, Albert.
I don't know either. I just asked ChatGPT, and she is responding with St. George is the patron saint of England. He's also venerated as a saint of the Eastern Orthodox. This thing is amazing.
KE5GGY.
Pick him up there, Bob. KE5GGY. I'm going to go walk the dogs.
The QRP station, you're at another try, K5OAQ. Well, I'm not QRP, but I was trying to get in. K560. Hey, Bob. Hey. George, I'm still curious, thank you. Well, that's good. You might need it someday. I think I should have been carrying it.
Was it St. Drogo, this patron saint of laziness?
Hey, Pete, I'll be running that net for 10 tonight, probably.
No, that was St. Harry.
Google says that it was St. Columbanus that was the patron saint of motorcycles. You can still buy them.
Well, go buy a new one. God knows religion is big business. K5RBI, K5OAQ. What did you say that saint was?
It's like Christopher, but it's not. It's Columbanus. Columbanus.
I don't know that one.
Well, that's what Google says it is.
Maybe Columbanus is Latin and Christopher is Greek. Over.
Yeah, perhaps. K5RB.
By the way, Rick, are you listening to the basketball game?
Negative. I haven't been listening to it. What's the score?
Last I was listening, which was 12 minutes out from the end, it was 49-49. And it was very physical. I don't have it on. I'll turn it on. But then I wouldn't be able to talk to all my friends here.
Yeah, roger that. I looked up St. Jerry, and I'm saying don't look it up. It's pretty awful.
Yeah, well, you probably go to hell now. I hope not, but, you may have to go to confession.
Well, I Googled it just for the fun of it, and it's a bad topic. It has to do with ghosts.
Not cheap, but ghosts.
Roger, roger.
And the 51 Navies are now loaded. They sure are. 36 caliber, period, correct. Bill Hickok carried back in the day.
Oh, my. That makes mine.
Yeah, Joe, you ought to get you some of these Captain Ball pistols. They're fun. You can't overload them because they don't have enough chamber space. You'll like it. I bet you will. And when you get one, get a hold of me. I can give you some already learned tips I've learned from guys on these gun forums, and makes it easy to make it easier to clean them and keep them taken care of. Amen, brother. I look forward to that. I'll be back.
ABJ.
Iowa Lee.
Hey, Joe, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing
doing great. Everything's fine in Norman. I hope it's all fine in Stillwater. Yeah, that's what I saw earlier, so we'll see if we get anything. Well, I'll sit on the side. Just want to make sure my signal is getting out. Thanks, KC5GGY. You too.
KE5GGY. I copied you on that, George. Thanks for the update, K5RBI.
And it got worse since then.
Oh boy, not good. K5RBI.
Hey, Brian, I don't know what you did down there, buddy, but man, you're...
I think we're going down.
Here, buddy.
Oh, shit.
You make my radio bounce off the table, Brian.
540 to go.
Under the floor.
WB5TXW for ID.
We're getting out. This is Kilo Delta 5, Whiskey Tango in Hurst, Texas.
And to KWO here in Arkansas.
You're making it to Michigan, K2PM.
I ain't running about 5-1.
Where are you? What's your QTH? I'm in DSW area, so you're making any good waves on that 4-watt. I think I have one of those. Come from one of those Chinese companies. No, it's a kind of a no-brand SDR that it's less than $200. Yeah, he is. He's from Arkansas. Try it again, Arkansas station. I didn't get your call sign. Yeah, I've got one. I don't know exactly where I bought it, but it puts out about 6 or 7 watts on the battery and maybe 8 on a 12-volt power supply. But I think my first contact was the guy just outside of Chicago from Hearst here.
Give me just a minute and I'll be back. KE5GGY.
How you doing, Super Joe? Well, there you go. That's kind of fun.
What is it?
So do you stream off your radio or off an SDR?
Yeah, that's what I use is OBS.
KE5GGY.
OAH?
I was on 4 watts a while ago. Hey, Roger. Yeah, well, I got off the QRP rig. I'm running about 500 watts now. I just got that little radio in today. It's neat. It's small. It's small as a pack of cigarettes.
This is KE5GGY.
Oh, we got about 2 minutes until trivia time. Anybody else want to check in and say hello?
Hello, KE5GGY.
Hey, Rick. How you doing, man?
Doing fine. Been trying to get in this evening, but some people in there just they're doing a lot of talking. No, I just finally got a chance to interrupt you tonight.
What's new with you and Pam?
Not so much new. It's just same stuff, different day. Still working on antenna project. I think tomorrow or Thursday, one or two, going up to the neighbors to help them with welding some aluminum string.
Whiskey Zero Bravo Yankee Hotel is the frequency of use.
Good to hear you. I've got about a minute left here. I heard another station. Who is that other station? Come on in.
This is Whiskey Zero Bravo Yankee Hotel in the state of Iowa.
Yeah, Richard Cabeza.
There we go. Hello, state of Iowa. How you doing tonight?
I'm teaching someone to kick extra points and send them down to Texas.
We need a new kicker. Actually, I'm not losing faith in him yet, but he had a tough night last night. Hey, good to hear you. And you know what? It's close enough to 9 o'clock that I'm going to say Barbarians, Troglodytes, 80-meter, 75-meter bottom feeders. You know who you are. Let me hear you for trivia. How about it? Hey, Pete, you're 36.
Hello to Papa Mike.
Marathon, listen to all that noise from KE5GGY.
Wow, we got some new folks out there. I think I heard the Voxinator. How's Michigan doing tonight, Pete?
Time for trivia!
How you doing, Pete? Are you up there in Upper Peninsula time tonight?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're sounding good. How much power are you running down my way?
100 watts.
Yeah, into what? Yeah, I know that. I know that joke. Anyway, good to hear you.
It's getting deep, wasn't it, Pete?
It was. Hey guys, welcome. One and all, this really is an all-inclusive kind of thing. We love having new players come in. Of course, we
Love to hear about my black powder pistol.
We have this group of brainiacs. You're not one of them, but we do have a group of people that really know trivia, and they get in every night, and it's great because we need regulars. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a net. But I challenge you guys to challenge the brainiacs. And if you hear an answer you disagree with, be sure you wedge your way in. Just give us your call sign Suffolk. That's how you get our attention. And that's the format on trivia. And again, everybody is welcome. Let's go to the 60s and 70s. Questions about musicians that we all knew and loved. And here's one that I really love. Karen Carpenter, the Carpenters. She was well known for playing what instrument? Who is new that can tell me that?
LG.
Let's go to Elmer.
That would be the drum.
She was indeed a drummer, Elmer. Good job on that. Let's see if you can get two in a row to start us off. In what city did the Jimi Hendrix Experience get its start? Let me know if you want choices.
Choices, please.
Choices, please. Seattle, Copenhagen, London, or New York? What do you say?
I would say Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle makes sense, too. Anybody disagree with Seattle?
That's right.
Copenhagen.
Worldwide Clyde, what do you say?
London.
London, says Clyde. And Iowa Hawk, I hear you saying Copenhagen. Are you saying that because it's a cool word to say, or do you know that?
I think his band and
KE5GGY agrees with London.
Copenhagen.
All right, well, you're wrong. It is London, so nice try. And who had London? Who said London?
That's right.
Worldwide Clyde. Now, where have you been, Clyde? You haven't been on another frequency. You haven't been unfaithful to us, have you?
I've been a slut, Pete.
You been what? I'm sorry?
I've been a slut.
I just still didn't hear you. You've been what?
A slut, S-L-U-T. Unfaithful.
Oh, okay. Well, where did you go?
Nowhere. I've been dealing.
Okay. Well, never thought of you in those terms, but let's see if you can get two in a row. Which song by The Who did not feature any drums? Which song by The Who that I'm about to give you four of, which one did not feature drums? My Wife, Who Are You, Music Must Change, or Sister Disco? What do you say, Clyde?
Who are you?
Who Are You is wrong. Anybody else?
SLG.
SLG.
Sister Disco, I think it was.
Disco, not correct. The answer is Music Must Change.
Well,
Here's a new, these are kind of tough. Let's see if somebody can get this one. New player. On what music venue did Keith Emerson play a grand piano in midair that revolved around and around? Was it California Jam, the Isle of Wight Festival, the Greek Theater, or a concert at Royal Albert Theater?
GMG.
Kansas City. What do you say, Bob?
I think it was the Royal Albert Theater.
Royal Albert Hall is incorrect. Anybody else? I would guess California Jam. Just guessing. I have no idea. Anybody else? Let's see what it is. It is California Jam. Let's get another new player who is widely reported. Bob will give you this one. GMG. See if you can get this one correct. Who is widely reported to have suggested the band name Led Zeppelin. Choices are Jimmy Page, Keith Moon, John Lennon, or Jeff Beck. What do you say, Bob, Kansas City?
That'd be Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page. Anybody else? Let's go to Joe. Jeff Beck. Anybody else?
Iowa Hawk.
Iowa Hawk. What do you say?
John Lennon.
John Lennon. Okay, so far we missed it all 3 times. It was Keith Moon. Nice try, guys. Okay, let's...
I missed the move.
You did. Here's an Elton John question that is very interesting to consider. You know, Elton John and Bernie Taupin had a really incredible partnership on music that I think goes on to this day. Which of these statements is true about the partnership of Elton John and Bernie Taupin? A, they grew up in the same metro area. B, they do not compose their songs together in the same room. C, they are cousins. Or D, Bernie has performed often on stage with Elton and his band. Anybody want to try to take that one? I think this was revealed in the movie, the Elton John movie. Gosh, I can't. It was out a couple of years ago. Anybody want to take a shot at it?
That was Rocket Man, wasn't it, Pete?
Yeah, you're right. The movie was Rocket Man. Anybody want? Bob, you want to try to take a shot at this? Which one of those statements is true about Elton and Bernie Taupin?
Well, I know that they really didn't know each other at first. It was kind of they were introduced through somebody else. I think that would have been the one they composed their songs apart from each other.
Okay, apart from each other, and that is correct. That is correct. The musical partnership has worked well for over 40 years. How about that? Good job. Okay, here's one more for you guys as we warm up tonight. What was the first hit single for Deep Purple on the U.S. charts? Anybody want to take that one for 1,000,000 points?
KE5GGY, Smoke on the Water.
Don't shout the answer, guy. If you would, let us call on you. Who has a call sign I can call?
KE5GGY. FAQ.
FAQ. Hey, John.
Hey, sorry about that, Pete, but Smoke on the Water.
Oh, was that you shouting? I should have known it was somebody that was coloring outside the line. Smoke on the Water. Ooh, I think some people might disagree with that, although that was a big hit. Anybody disagree with John?
RVR.
Chuck.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hush.
Yeah, I think it's Hush. In fact, we had this the other night, and Hush is correct. So, FAQ, John, how are you doing? Good to have you back in here.
Man, I'm doing just fine. I'm just fiddling around a little bit, kind of see what's going on. I thought I'd get on the radio and talk a little bit tonight.
All right, well,
and that's about it, man.
Chuck,
I'll get back and let y'all go back to it. I guessed at that one, but I do remember Hush now. KE5, thank you.
All right, good deal. Hold on, Chuck. I'm going to come back to you and get 2 in a row, but I want to ask, we were talking about this the other night, maybe last night on the net, John. What's the best ham fest to go to in the southern part of, well, actually anywhere? You know, we don't have HamCom anymore, and you go to all the ham fests, or at least you have in the past. What if I can go to only one ham fest this year, which one would it be?
Well, everybody will say Dayton, but I'm going to tell you, I'd sure look hard at either Orlando or Huntsville, Alabama myself.
Milton. Yeah, well, you mentioned Huntsville several years ago, and I mentioned that last night. But you also say, what's the other one in Florida?
Orlando, and the gentleman that said Belton. Belton's not a bad one at all. It's not a bad one. Now, it's not on the radar with Huntsville or Orlando in size, but size don't always mean great ham fest.
When is Huntsville?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah, when is that, though? What part of the year?
It's usually the third weekend in August, if I'm not badly mistaken.
Okay. All right, well, thanks for that input. Good to hear you back on, John. Stick around, and we'll give you a chance for 5 in a row here in a second. We're about to switch categories. Chuck, you want to get one more and get 2 in a row? Chuck, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Big signal from you. Let's give you this for your second in a row. White Bird. Oh, man, nobody's going to know this. Well, I'll ask you. White Bird, a wonderful song by It's a Beautiful Day, was written where? Seattle, Hollywood Hills, Canada, or Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Man, I don't know. I think I'll go with Seattle. It doesn't quite sound like Haight-Ashbury stuff.
All right, Seattle, he says. Iowa Hawk, what do you say?
Haight-Ashbury.
Haight-Ashbury, and it was Seattle. So, Chuck, nice job. Okay, KE5GGY, here we go. It is time to get competitive. It's time for do or die. This is your chance to shine. It's also your chance to be taken down by a barbarian that knows the answer that you don't know. So everybody keep your mics ready. This is kind of fun. So again, the goal is 5 in a row. This is KE5GGY. And we're going to talk about, at least for the first part of this, famous comedians. So let's see who can give me the answer to this question to get your start for 5 in a row, do or die. This legendary comedian was given mainly to racial jokes. He starred with Gene Wilder in a 1980 movie about two innocent men doing time for a bank robbery. Who was this person? Joe, up to bat. What do you say? Richard Pryor is correct. All right. By the way, Joe's running a stream of trivia right now. And Joe, do you still have your mohawk, or do you have more of a regulation or normal haircut? Okay, so you grew out of the mohawk stage. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Trying to keep up with you here. It's hard. We go to number 2, and this will be a daily double if you want to get it without clues. But keep in mind, when you go with the daily double, you also leave yourself open to be unseated by somebody else that knows it. So, daily double, who is the comedian that started his career on a popular 70s sitcom as an alien from another planet? Who is that comedian, Joe? Would you like to do the daily double, or do you want choices? Ding, ding, ding. 2 points on that. So that brings you to a total of 3. It was Mork from Ork. Here is another daily double. This will take you all the way to the finish line in 5 points. Give me the name, or we can go with clues and it'll be 1 point. This is a controversial comedian who was a former evangelical preacher who performed the darker side of comedy. He was notorious for shouting with his humor and attacking verbally audience members. Who was this? Their daily double. Sam Kinison, he says. Anybody disagree?
That's exactly right.
Sam Kinison is correct. There's Joe with 5 in a row. Let's give him a high five. Way to go, Joe.
Good job, Joe. Woo-hoo from KW. Woo-hoo.
All right, Joe. So, final question for you, Joe. How many viewers do we have on the 3916 Trivia YouTube stream right now? Okay, and you do have your clothes on, right? You want to consider taking them off. You might get more viewers. Just a thought. I don't know. Don't listen to me, though. All right, let's get a new player in here. We're going to stay with comics. And this is a chance for somebody to get 2 points if you get it without clues. So listen to this clue. This comic was the star of one of the most popular sitcoms of the 1990s. He was paid a whopping $1 million per episode for his show. Who wants to give me a 2-point answer? Kilo Delta Bravo, KDB, what do you say? Jerry Seinfeld. Do you have an amplifier you can turn on, Jerry?
Not very. No, I don't.
Wow, is this KDB? Yeah. What are you like QRP or on another planet? What's the deal? Okay, well, wait, I may need a relay to help to keep going here. That is correct, and that is a 2-point answer, I believe. Here we go with number 3, another 2-point question. This extremely funny lady had her own 1990 sitcom originally called These Friends of Mine, which was changed to her first name. She announced that she was gay in April of 97, and who was that for 2 points? KDB. Ellen DeGeneres is correct for 2 points. That takes you to 4. Yes. Yes, Jake. I know you guys don't get that news up in Iowa, but she is gay.
It means the same thing down in Texas.
He used a newspaper that was known for rolling papers.
KDB, is that you, Jerry? KDB?
Hey, who's got the live stream going?
Oh, Joe does. Joe, what's your live stream address? KE5GGY on YouTube, and be careful, there is nudity involved.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's rather gross. Here we go. So this is for KDB, whoever you are. I don't think it's another station. One of my favorite comedians was a regular on In Living Color. He starred in a 1994 movie about two intellectually challenged friends. Who was this?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, he says, and Jim Carrey is correct. KDB, 5 in a row. Let's give him a high five.
Good job, Pete's not ever gonna let me play again, though. You'll know.
Jerry, would you like your own category right now?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind eventually getting to play. You've been kind of throwing me off to the curb.
Oh, because you talk so much otherwise.
Well, I don't talk much at all anymore. I'm hardly ever here.
I think George wants to talk to you. What was that, George? Go ahead. See, I thought George wanted to connect with you. Well, let's see if we can find a category for you, Jerry. This is KE5GGY, and how about this one? Junk food, a short history, Jerry. Do you feel like you could compete in this?
I think I probably could whoop it.
I think you probably could.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sitting down to a chicken pot pie from Ray Callender.
Yeah, that's no surprise. Well, here's an interesting question to start with. Jell-O, which I've never really considered junk food, but this is a Jell-O question. Jell-O, that tasty wiggly treat, was introduced in 1897, believe it or not. But what was the actual occupation of the man who gave it to us? Was he a butcher, a farmer, a banker, or a cough medicine manufacturer? Jerry, what do you say for number one?
Well, I'm probably going to be wrong, but if I was going to guess, I'd say it's a cough syrup manufacturer.
Well, that is correct, Jerry. Yes, it was Pearl Waite of Rochester, cool. And his wife Mary gave Jell-O its name. And there you go, 88% sugar, so that's why it qualifies as junk food. Jerry, are you ready for number two?
Yeah, and how come you don't like Ray Callender's microwavable chicken pot pie, Pete?
I'm just not eating stuff on the inside of the grocery store anymore. I'm on the outside getting fresh stuff.
Well, that's probably better. You'll live longer.
That's what I hear. Here we go, number two. People are familiar with the history of Coca-Cola, including the fact that it was invented in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, here's a question for you, Jerry, about Pepsi-Cola. When and where was it invented? Your choices are New York City, 1940, New Bern, North Carolina, 1893, Chicago, 1926, or Philadelphia in 1895. Where and when was Pepsi invented? Jerry?
Okay, the Pepsi, well, let me think here a minute. I think it was invented in North Carolina. Did you say it was one of the deals?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with North Carolina.
Jerry, are you on a computer right now?
No, it's not even turned on.
All right. You're not lying to me.
Well, now, would I do that?
Possibly to make yourself look good.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm already looking good. Come on.
All right. Well, just don't lie, because we like you. You're more entertaining when you're naturally unintelligent.
But did I get the question right?
You did. You did.
Well, good. Ain't you proud of me?
Okay.
Didn't answer the when.
It was the only choice. It was He got the city right. So, Jerry, we continue, even though George would love to see you go down in flames.
Yeah, he wants to take it from me.
Many of us are familiar with the history of McDonald's and know that it began in California. But what do we know about hamburgers? Where was the hamburger pioneered? Kansas City, Denver, New Haven, Connecticut, or Chicago?
Well, history of hamburgers, you're talking about like the year it first come out?
I'm talking about where it came from.
Oh, where it came from. Well, it came from a White Castle, I believe.
What city would that be?
Well, I'm having to think here because it's been a while since I've done this.
You're Googling.
You hadn't had this in a while. Boy, you would put on something hard, wouldn't you? I believe that it was in St. Louis.
St. Louis, not a choice. Anybody else?
KBJ.
Hey, let's go to Ed.
Chicago.
Chicago. Anybody else?
Iowa Hawk.
Iowa Hawk, what do you say?
It was during a World's Fair. I know that, but I don't know which one.
Chicago is the only city on that list that had a World's Fair. Let's see which one it is. It is actually New Haven, Connecticut.
Oh, really?
So that's a foul ball, Jerry. It means you're still alive.
Well, that's cool because I wasn't real sure.
Okay, here is your next question, Jerry. Where did the hot dog get its name? From a movie, from Nathan, from a bartender, or from a cartoon?
Well, where did it get? Oh, okay. So basically, you want to know where it originated from.
I'm not giving you any more things that you can put into your search engine.
We had this one time, but it's been a while, I believe. I'm having to think, so that's why I'm talking along with you here, so you know that I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, right.
I think, man, give me those choices one more time, can you please?
Movie, Nathan, bartender, cartoon.
I want to say possibly a cartoon.
Cartoon, he says, and that is correct.
Wow.
Well, that was a guess.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, right. It was.
Dog that was hot.
All right, Jerry, here's another one. You're going to get this because you'll look it up. When was the Oreo cookie introduced? What year? It's fill in the blank. You either know it or you don't.
Well, I'm not a fast thinker. You talking about? Did you want the year or what did you want?
Yeah, this is the year that Oreos were introduced.
I think it's 1912.
You're such a cheat. You're such a cheat.
Well, you mean I'm what?
Such a cheat.
I'm not doing nothing.
All right, that's 4 in a row that Jerry's cheated on. Number 5, French toast was originally known in America as what, Jerry? What was French toast originally known as?
Oh, okay, originally known. Let's see here. I used to know this. It wasn't French toast. It was another thing. And it was, do we have any choices?
No. You've got to look it up on your own.
Well, I'm not looking nothing up. I'm trying to think, though. The French toast original name. I wish you give everybody else choices but me. You're hard on me. But I think that what they called it was a Marite.
Gong, gong.
You think they called it what?
A Marite.
Cheater. Yeah, you're such a cheater, Jerry.
What do you mean? I'm not doing anything. I'm having to think.
All right. Hey, guys, I want you to congratulate Jerry for cheating consistently here on trivia. It's been great.
Congratulations on the big cheater.
They'll never use Google because, the government spies on you, Pete.
All right, dear. That was really the most unfulfilling 5 minutes I've spent on trivia ever. Let's change the category, shall we? And let's go to a organic chemistry quiz. Ladies and gentlemen,
On the French toast.
we're still going with 5 in a row, do or die format. And I need a new player who is not Googling or using any search engine for that matter.
Like me, don't use it, guys, because I didn't.
That's right. This chemical compound occurs naturally in tea and coffee and is a popular additive to soft drinks. Let's get somebody who has not been on tonight.
CML.
CML.
That would be caffeine.
And that is correct for number one. Let's keep going.
Would you know it, Pete? I knew that.
Okay, Jerry, congrats. Hey, Kevin, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Okay, I'm actually going to give you 2 points for that because you didn't even have choices for that. So here we go, another daily double. I want to bake a cake, and I go to my cupboard to get some sucrose. What ingredient am I looking for? Daily double if you want to try it without clues. Kevin, what do you say?
Corn syrup.
Corn syrup, not a choice. Anybody want to take it?
Yes,
George.
refined white sugar.
Sugar. Lay some sugar on me. George, you're correct for 2 points. Sorry, Kevin.
I'm done.
All right, here we go. George, another daily double. Is your chance for 2 points. A very efficient way to win trivia. I've almost finished my batter for my cake, but there's one more thing I need to add. And I get a teaspoon and add some sodium bicarbonate to my batter. What have I just added? Sodium bicarbonate.
Baking soda.
Baking soda daily doubles. That's 2 points. So George is up to 4. See, Jerry, this is how you do it. You don't use Google.
I was just trying to tell you, did you know you use baking soda to get rid of gas if you're gassy?
Yeah. It also gets rid of that bad foot smell that you've got.
Well, yeah, you can use it in your house folks to get rid of the smell,
All
too.
right, next.
All right, George, this is for number 5. We'll give you 2 points if you get this without any clues. That'll take you to 6, so you just got to show off. My cake is now happily baking in the oven, and I am already hungry. I decided to go shop around the corner for some hot chips. When I bring them home, I sprinkle some dilute acetic acid on them before I eat them. What did I just put on my chips? Dilute acetic acid.
Now let's negotiate. If I get 2 more points, does that mean I have at least a credit of 1 point over?
Well, no, that does not mean that.
Oh, so it's a moot point. Give me the question and answer again, please. Over.
Sure, I'll even give you choices. You're taking some chips out of the cupboard and you sprinkle some dilute acetic acid on them before you eat them. What did I just put on my chips if you did that? And your choices are vinegar, Tabasco sauce, salt, or tomato sauce.
All right, the answer is one more time slowly, because I'm kind of a slow guy. Over.
Okay, your choices are A, vinegar, B, Tabasco sauce, C, salt, or D, tomato sauce.
I don't know, but I'll guess A is an alpha.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Vinegar's his guess. That's correct. George, 5 in a row. Let's give him a high five.
Thank you, guys. Keyboard free, WB5GXW.
Yeah, well done.
Bye, George. That may be the case, but I ain't used keyboard, and I'll still beat you.
Love it. Hey, ding, ding, ding. Let's get started on the Grand Slam a little early tonight. This is KE5GGY. Now we go to the pinnacle of achievement for 3916 trivia. What everybody wants to win, that's the Grand Slam. 4 questions answered correctly in a row. Each question without multiple choice. I mean, you got to fill in the blank. So you either know it or you don't, and each question is progressively more difficult. Do we have any rain checks out there needing to be cashed in?
DDW.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lambert, how you doing?
Can't complain.
Well, Lambert, you carried over from last night. Thank you for your flexibility. And as a carryover, as a rain check holder, you get to pick the category between art, science, entertainment, history, the grab bag, or geography. So what's it going to be?
Let's go with history.
History. Okay, you've got to be careful because this is George's. This This is the main category, so you got to be careful. Here's your second question. The category is history. And your question is as follows. I'll give you an easy one. What U.S. president was once a peanut farmer, Lambert? This is for number 2.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter is going to be correct. Number 3, be careful. What year did World War I begin in? World War I, what was the year? Lambert for number 3.
1914.
1914 is correct for number 3. Here we go, already up to bat for a grand slam. This is an operating system question, so we're kind of merging history with technology. Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie co-created what operating system? Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie co-created what operating system? This is for Lambert. Grand Slam, what do you say?
They were working for Weston Electric and they invented Unix.
Unix is his answer. Unix is correct. Grand Slam. Let's give Lambert a high five. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, let's get into a new category. That was fun, John. We haven't done history in a while, but we're going to go to another new category tonight. The category is entertainment, so get ready. Who is the NBA player that scored 100 points in a single game? I think it still stands as a record. Who was that?
Zero Oscar.
Zero Oscar. Mike.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I think it is Wilt still. Let's see if that is correct. That is correct. 1962. Here is your second question. We're in entertainment with Mike. In the film Top Gun, what song do Maverick and Goose sing at the Officers Club? This is for Mike for number 2.
You've lost that loving feeling?
You've lost that loving feeling is correct for number 2. Number 3. In the film Gone with the Wind, who was Scarlett O'Hara's nurse from birth? In the film Gone with the Wind, who was Scarlett O'Hara's nurse from birth? What do you say, Mike?
To be honest with you, I don't have a clue. That was before my time.
Okay, so we have Mike throwing it to two barbarians for a chance. In the movie Gone with the Wind, who is Scarlett O'Hara's nurse from birth? Who gets it without clues? Damn, I was thinking of you. Who was it?
Well, the only thing she was called by in the movie was Mammy.
Mammy is correct. Here comes Grand Slam Pam. And how you doing tonight, Pam? Everything good?
I'm doing good, hanging in there.
Okay, here we are with number 2 for you, Pam. This is KE5GGY with a question. Who recorded the song I Won't Back Down? I Won't Back Down. Pam, this is for number 2. What do you say?
Oh, geez, you have to give me I don't know. I'm going to bomb out on this one. Elvis Presley.
All right. I am authorized to give you one clue. Pam, can I give you one clue?
You're going to have to.
All right. He also did the song Don't Do Me Like That, and he was also on a halftime before he passed away in the last couple of years. Halftime of the Super Bowl, I should say.
Oh, geez. Well, that helps a whole lot. Bruce Springsteen.
All right, let's go to that's not the answer. Bruce Springsteen, not the answer. Let's go to QQ. That's Marty. Hey, Marty.
Yeah, good evening. Tom Petty.
Tom Petty is correct. Sorry, Grand Slam Pam, but no Grand Slam tonight. I'm sorry.
But you know what? Hey, Pete, I'd love to put George and one of the ladies up against George. Up my money on the ladies could outdo him on trivia.
Okay, thanks for that great comment there, Jerry. We appreciate you.
Well, I know you love me, Pete. I mean, come on.
Here comes KE5GGY up to bat. What's the new location, by the way? Tell us about that. Where are you living?
Well, I'm in Hamilton, Illinois. I'm exactly about 1 mile from the Mississippi River. I can actually see it outside the door if trees are leafless there. Over.
Yeah, that's great. And tell me the first name again, because I'm spacing. I know I just said it. What's your first name?
Marty.
Marty, that's right, Marty. Well, Marty, I think you're stronger here than you were before.
Yeah, I raised it up another 10 foot. I'm about 35 foot up in the air there, over.
Yeah. All right, well, the category, Marty, is entertainment. You got a good one on the first answer. That was Tom Petty. Second question, here you go. What TV network was home to the TV show Gunsmoke? What network was Gunsmoke on? Marty, you get first shot. What was it?
I will say it was CBS.
CBS, Columbia Broadcasting System, is correct. Here is your third question. It's a little tougher now. What was the name of Ross's monkey on the TV show Friends? Ross had a monkey. Didn't know that? What was the name, Marty, for number 3?
Marcella.
Say that again?
Marcella.
Marcella is correct. They say Marcel, but Marcella is great. And here is your final question. This is for a Grand Slam, and this is, I think, a great Grand Slam question because it's kind of obscure, but it's a great question. For number 4, for a Grand Slam, Marty, what was the first name of the cartoon character Mr. Magoo? The first name of the cartoon character Mr. Magoo. Marty, what say you for a Grand Slam? Over.
Oh, I really don't know. All I know about is Mr. Magoo. Over.
Okay, Marty is saying he doesn't know. We'll give it to 2 barbarians. Please don't look it up. Who knows it without cheating? All right, George, hold on. I want to make sure we're not getting anybody left out. Anybody that hasn't been on tonight. All right, George, you're up to bat.
All right. Guess. First name, Mr.
Mr. Magoo. That is not what I get, but and I almost want to give it to you for creativity. Anybody else?
Don't overlook the obvious.
Yeah, that was good. Anybody else? Okay. Was there somebody there?
Repeat the question.
Hey, John, what was Mr. Magoo's first name in the cartoon? What was his actual first name?
Oh, gosh, I should know that. Elmer.
Yeah, Elmer, not bad. The answer is Quincy. So, Marty, you have survived a barbarian attack on your fort, and congratulations.
Wow, that was cool.
That was. All righty. Well, we have another final question for you. Another final question. And we're going to go closest to on this to give a couple of barbarians a chance to get in and muscle it away from you. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ask you a rock and roll question, Marty. Here you go for a Grand Slam. Who is Gordon Sumner better known as? Gordon Sumner. Who is he better known as? Marty, be careful. This is for a Grand Slam. Who is Gordon Sumner better known as? Over.
I'm going to have to say Gordon Lightfoot.
That's who it is.
Gordon Lightfoot. And once again, if Jerry says that's correct, it's incorrect. That is not correct. Anybody else want to challenge him? Gordon Sumner is actually Sting, the singer Sting. So, once again, a barbarian invasion was avoided. Jerry, you're an idiot.
Well, thank you, Pete. I feel the love.
You just don't know anything.
Well, now, hey, wait a minute. Remember, I'm the lifeline, and I can save some guys.
All right, here's one more for Marty. Marty, are you still there with us?
Yeah, I should have known that because he was in quadrophenia.
Yeah, I would have known that, but there's a lot I don't know on the rock star names, but I would have known that one. Here we go. Number 4 again. Here's one we've had before, so be careful.
And here's a guy that used to be a DJ.
There will be a barbarian invasion if you don't know this, Marty. So for number 4 again, the band Duran Duran took its name from a character in what sci-fi movie starring Jane Fonda? Marty for a grand slam. Where did Duran Duran get its name? What movie? Marty for a grand slam.
FB.
Zero Oscar.
I don't know.
All right, FB, you're first up. Foxtrot Bravo.
That was Barbarella.
Barbarella, I think, is correct, and that is correct. Marty, sorry. Wah, wah, wah. You've been jinxed by a barbarian. Who's FB? What's the name?
It's Scott from Oklahoma City.
All right, Scott, what's the full call sign?
Alpha India 5, Fat Body.
Fat body. You know, all types of body types should be respected, Scott. I want you to know that, okay?
Oh, I definitely respect it all. I used to only be 120, then I got up well over 125, and now I'm back down to 188, so I go up and down.
Well, it's good to have you on, Scott. I love new players on trivia. Let's see if we can get you to 4 in a row in a grand slam. Here's your second question, and it goes as follows. What TV show featured KACL 780 AM?
WKRP from Cincinnati.
I'm not sure that would be right because I think WKRP featured WKRP. Anybody else? And that is Frasier. So that was lucky, Scott, that you didn't get taken out by a barbarian.
That's cool.
Okay, here is your second question, Scott. Again, what character ran the general store on both Green Acres and Petticoat Junction? What character ran the general store on both Green Acres and Petticoat Junction? This is for Scott, guys, so let him answer. What do you say, Scott?
Oh, I can picture the guy's face, but I can't remember his name.
KJT.
All right, Sylvia has not been on in forever. Sylvia, what do you say?
Was that Mr. Haney?
Mr. Haney, not correct. Golf Victor, what do you say?
That's Sam Drucker.
Sam Drucker, ding, ding, ding. That is correct. And Golf Victor, let me ask you for a little flexibility. If you don't mind, could we pick this up tomorrow night? Same bad time, same bad channel?
Yeah, we can do that, sure.
You got enough time. It's only 8:42.
It's 9:42 Einstein, and I want to get out on time, so we're going to start the lightning round in just a second. Hey, guys, thanks for playing. This is KE5GGY. I really wish there was a W5KW filter. I would put it on atomic overdrive. But that's it for trivia. Stand by for the lightning round.
Yeah, I just love it. I try and get him to give us more. Deserve it, but partially. But anyway, we love him anyway, Pete. We're giving him. Thank you, KW.
Thank you, buddy. Put me on the list somewhere.
And Jimmy Pete loves me. He wants to move me in for the weekends to hang out and play with Mr. Peanut.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, guys, this is...
Well, you mean you wouldn't like me to come down there and raid your icebox and play with the dogs?
Okay. Hey, guys, we are getting ready for the lightning round.
I'm seeing pictures of Kramer zipping in Jerry's apartment door.
Sylvia.
So, guys, we're going to start the lightning round, and if you're on NetLogger, you're good. If you're not, give me your call sign, and we'll get you on there. Who's out there tonight?
Romeo X-ray. SLG.
CWT.
VLF.
All right, I've got BYHERX, SLG, JON, CWT, VLF. Anybody else?
MQSP.
MQS, who else? ITV, SLS is probably out there too. Anybody else?
PJG.
PJG, gotcha. Anybody else?
SQQ.
SQQ, Marty, gotcha. Who else? Let's try this list, starting with the Iowa Hawk, W0BYH. Hey, Hawk.
Hey, how's it going? 35 degrees, you're 25 over, and I'm feeling a little bit better. What was the answer to the hamburger question? Back to you, Pete.
I forget. What was that? New Haven, I think. New Haven. That was Jerry. He was cheating. Jerry, what was the answer? Where was the hamburger from?
I think it was South Carolina or something.
Oh, yeah. It was, South Carolina.
Yeah, and I never cheat.
No, I was New Haven, Connecticut, according to the quiz.
Okay. That's New Haven, Connecticut. Don't listen to KW. He's an idiot.
Well, now, Pete, you're putting me in there in the place of Hawk. You say he's a babbling babbler.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Hawk. Glad you're feeling better, by the way, and always good to get you in here. Let's keep going. ERX Wade, what's going on?
Hey, Pete, how you doing, man? You're a real good, strong 20 over S9 here in Kyle, Texas. I hope you're doing well. And I want to give a special thanks to KE5GGY for not asking his clothes off during the live stream. But, hey, good job out there. Sounds great. W5 ERX, take care.
Yeah, that was probably good that you stayed plaid totally. This is for the image of 3916. And let's keep going. And you're 10 over tonight, Wade. Let's keep going. SLG. Hey, Elmer.
All right. Well, it's Taco Tuesday. That was definitely a great night for it. I hope you enjoyed your meal today. Currently, it looks like about 59 degrees in Abilene, Texas. I'm not sure where we're going down to, but it's going to be a warmer night, so light cover side on the bed. Always a pleasure to hear the Iowa Hawk, the greatest babbler on 3916. Glad he's feeling better. W5 SLG in the big country. You're 20 over here in Abilene.
All right, thanks, Elmer. Yeah, it's interesting. Hawk can babble, but he's not as annoying as KW. I don't know how that works, but he's not nearly as annoying.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We'll touch that one.
It's the secret of, maybe it's his Iowa roots. Hey, let's keep going. Jon, John. Hey, what's going on, John?
Good evening, Pete. 10 over, good, strong signal in North Georgia as always. Beautiful day here. Started off with a little bit of rain, but turned out to be a nice day. Nearly 60 degrees. Just a good day in Georgia. Appreciate your work on trivia. Always enjoy it. KE4GGY.
Hello, Dan.
Very good, John. And Jimmy's saying hi to you. Sounding good. Speaking of Jimmy, let's get him in here before I forget. KC0MQS. Come on in here, Jimmy. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing real good there, Pete. And I've been having a blast here all night ever since about 7 o'clock. But good evening to everybody in the Tailgaters out there. If Tim ain't here tonight, I'll cover for him. I don't know if he's out of town or not, Pete.
I think he's gone, but we'll find out. And it's good to have you there, Jimmy. I know you guys will figure it out. And thanks for checking in. Let's keep going. We got John, we got Jimmy. How about CWT, Dave in Henderson, Texas?
Hey, good evening to you, Pete, and good evening to the Nets. You're booming 30 over tonight here in the Henderson. Sounding nice and clear and crisp, and back at school today and back to work after the holiday long weekend. And I'd just rather be spending some time on the radio, but anyway, that's what we got to do, make a little bit of money along the way. So anyway, so back to you. Have a great evening. Appreciate it. W5 CWT.
Yeah, if every day was a holiday, of course, retired guys would argue with you, but if every day was Christmas, it wouldn't be as fun when Christmas hit. So it's good to get that work going, too. So good deal. Thank you, David. Let's go to N5B. By the way, you're 30 over as well. Good signal here in Dallas. DLF, what do you say, Dave? Excuse me, Dan. Dan, not Dave. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, you had me confused there. I didn't know who I was there at first. Well, good evening to you, Pete, and everyone else on the net tonight. I do have a bag of popcorn, and it's ready for me to push the button and pop it up. Anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to you. This is N5 VLF out of Cedar Park, Texas.
Nice 30 over for you, Dan. And good luck with that popcorn. Sounds mighty tasty. Let's keep going. Lightning round with YTV, Mr. Cliff.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Tried to get in there, some requests for Chuck, but good choice. Good line of questions tonight. Seniors, but enjoy getting that. I didn't get the answer anyway. Always enjoy it. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. Back to you, sir.
Yeah, lighter copy. I'm sorry I missed you on trivia, and that is one of the weaknesses I have, is that if I don't hear you on one of the SDRs, I'm not picking you up. But Anyway, shout out and maybe somebody will relay you. Sorry about that. Again, we do try to move it around. Let's keep going at 11 before 10. We should be good and we'll get out on time tonight. SLS, that is Scott in San Antonio. I thought I heard him. W5SLS, you out there, Scott? All right, no go on that. PJG, it's Sylvia.
Hello, Pete, KE5GGY, and all the groups. This is KE5GGY in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Well, the map, the weather map has shown that it was raining here east of Stillwater for more than an hour. Still just looked out, and the pavement is dry as a bone. Now, go figure. So much for the maps on the weather page. It's supposed to rain. It's supposed to be raining now and get stronger around midnight. So I hope we get some rain. We could use it. Thanks for letting me in, and thank you for trivia. Oh, and hello AI5DD, hello Jimmy, and hello Hawk. I can hear you in Oklahoma. KC5PJG.
Thanks, Sylvia. 10 over tonight in Big D. Appreciate you coming in, and always good to hear you on the radio. One more, then we'll go to the net loggers. SQQ Marty at the new QTH. Hello, Marty.
Good evening, Pete and everyone, and I'm SQQ Marty. I got you about 20 over, sometimes 25 there at Pete. So with that, I'll give it back to you. Enjoy your trivia, and see you tomorrow evening. And I'm SQQ.
Very good, Marty. Yeah, like I said, I think better signal, 5-9 plus about 15 into Big D. Net logger list, and I wanted to mention that we're dedicating the nets this week to W5TLJ, Silent Key. Harry Johnson from Banks, Texas, passing away on January 8th. So we'll miss Terry, of course, and our prayers for his family. During a difficult time. W5TLJ, Silent Key. AA5 Golf Victor, Richard, and Grand Slam Pam, AI5DL. What's going on, you guys?
Hey, not much. By the way, you're 20 over. Yeah, that Sam's record question just so happened. I just finished watching all 4 seasons of Petticoat Junction. It was a series I watched as a kid, and I just, I always liked it, especially their theme music. Anyway, all's going good here. Like the same stuff, different day. Just continue working on my antenna project. That's all I have, Pete. See y'all tomorrow. This is Alpha Junction. This is 73 on passing out.
This is AI5DL. My excitement for today was getting my truck inspected and registered, so I'm good for another year till January of 2024. So that was the best excitement for today. Back to you, Pete. AI5DL.
All right, 30 over. Sometimes those small things like that can really make you feel like you got something done, and you did. Congratulations. Thanks, you guys, for being there tonight. KE7IR, Patty in Arizona. Hello there.
Hello there, and hello everybody everyone tonight. And good trivia. It was fun listening, and I learned some things. Thanks, Pete. And let's see, have a good day here today. It started out rainy, but cleared up probably about midday, and ended up being quite nice, so cool. Up down close to freezing tonight, but we have big swings between day and night. And let's see, I made supper for my neighbor. Figured out that one way that I can make myself quickly is to cook for somebody else. So that was fun to be able to take care of some things. So hope you guys maybe tomorrow night, KE7IR out.
Very good, Patty. Good signal. You're about 15 over tonight into the Dallas area. And I'm glad you're enjoying trivia. I learned tonight on trivia the jury is a cheat. So, anyway, speaking of him, W5KW, make it short, jury. You're up to your word limit.
Now, come on, Pete. You know me. I never use keyboard there. I'm always honest. You didn't hear no keystrokes in the microphone. Anyway, good evening, everybody, and hope everybody's doing well. Pete, we just got the 1851 Navy Colts about an hour ago loaded. They're ready to go. So all you got to do is pull the hammer back and hit the trigger. Old technology. Look how old that technology is, and it still works.
Anyway, Pete, give Mr. Peanut some hugging and loving for me here, 20 over KW.
All right, Jerry, you're about the same as well. Thank you. K5GGY, Brian, are you still with us? How about number 8, KC5ABJ, Ed?
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Yeah, everything's good here in Norman. It's about 55 degrees. Just glad to be a freewheeler. Thanks, Pete. And I may try to check in the freewheelers for a little bit here in a few minutes. Thanks, Pete. Back to you, KC5ABJ.
Very good, Ed. And I got you about 10 over tonight. Sounding good. AI5DD, Super Joe. Very good, Joe. Got you about 20 over tonight in the Big D. Let's keep going. Number 14, WB5TXW, George.
55
Kilo Juliet Charlie, come on in.
Good evening. I tell you, listen to your trip here tonight. Just listening from the outside, but I heard that somebody said something about season there. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff here. Anyways, I will have fun listening to it. Enjoyed you guys, and maybe I can get in here sometime. Kilo Juliet Charlie, Kelly here in Paris, Texas. North South.
Kilo Juliet Charlie, have you checked into 3916 before?
It's been maybe 3 years, 4 years. Been up and down for a little bit after like to get my antenna. So I have to check it out.
All right, well, welcome back. And yeah, come on back in. Trivia is every night at 9 o'clock. And I've got to get going here because we got about 4 minutes and I got to get all these stations in. So thanks for checking in. Next up at Kansas City, NU0 Oscar, Mike.
Well, good evening, Pete. Enjoyed listening to trivia and playing a little bit this evening. Sorry I missed the question, but guess I'll have to go back and watch some of the movies that were before my time. About 40 degrees here in Kansas. Supposed to get some of that rain that you guys are talking about there with the southwest of the NU0.
All right, Mike, got you 20 over, sounding good out of KC. Thank you. Let's keep going. Mineola, Texas, KF6GGY, Stan. Let's go to KF5GGY next up. Hello, John, Paris, Texas. All right, we got Iowa Hawk already. How about number 24, W9PRM, Indiana, Paul? How about it, Paul?
I'm going to jump back off to the side and let's see how you guys look.
Okay, how about W9PRM? Are you there in Indiana, Paul? Let's try number 26, K-Buzz. Hey, Buzz. A lot of people check out after trivia. Number 28, Okie Dokie, New York. Tom, KD2EMQ. What's going on, Tom? Okie Dokie.
Okie dokie. Not a whole lot, Pete. It's been kind of a slow day as always. Warmed up yet. We got right up to 40. Supposed to be warmer tomorrow too. Unfortunately, it's going to rain. Anyway, thanks a lot for picking me up. 73 to all you guys down there. And with that, KD2EMQ, we'll toss it right back to you, Pete.
Very good, Tom. A nice signal, 20 over into Dallas tonight. Just really, really sweet and good audio. So thanks for the check-in. Number 29 on that logger, K3ARZ, Arizona, George. Okay, it's a light copy into Dallas, but I did hear you better on the SDR out of Utah. Thanks, George, for checking in. Good to hear you again. Number 30, I think you just got back in here, W5SLS, Scott.
Hey, good evening, Pete and everybody. Just monitoring on the frequency. Yeah, apparently I had the wrong button pushed on the flex here, so yeah, that happens quite often. I was went into La La Land or something when I tried to check in. But anyway, always sounded good down this way, Pete. Just want to hop in there and say howdy. Turn it back over to you, W5SOS San Antonio.
All right, we'll call that a 25 over tonight, Scott. Thank you for checking in. N6UOP, Kansas, John out of Baldwin City. Hello, John.
Good evening. This is John from Northeast Kansas. Just waiting for the rain to begin here. Hello, everybody in the N6UOP.
N6UOP, KE5GGY. John, have you checked in before, or is this your first time on?
I have a long time ago. I'm just got my system up and running today, and heard you guys on the net. You're there every night, and so I thought I'd just say hi.
I'm glad you did, and stick around. We got the Freewheelers net getting ready to start, so good deal. One more, we're going to go to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, KD4, Charlie, X-Ray, Echo. Hello, Terry. KD4CXE, KE5GGY. Nothing heard, so we'll say 7-3 to Terry, and also thank you to everybody that came in tonight. Early nets start at 7 p.m. Central with the Rag Chew crew. 8:30, it's Tailgaters. 9 o'clock trivia. And here at 10 o'clock, getting ready for the Freewheelers net. Don't forget, we're on the internet, 3916nets.com. And that's a good place to go to learn about the nets, the history of 3916, get your name and the birthday shout out, and also get a membership certificate suitable for framing 3916 Nets, NETS.com. We also have the Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook, simply search for 3916, hit join once you find that group. And that's all I've got. I'm going to shut down the net logger right now. We do that every night at this time because the early version is obsolete. It's been replaced